Hi guys, my name is Florian. I drive a Mercedes R171 SLK 200, and just the other day in one of the German WhatsApp groups somebody came up with a very easy and cheap solution on how to keep your battery compartment free of any water. Because as you know, sometimes water gets clogged in there because the little drainage on the bottom gets clogged with all kinds of stuff, and then your battery fills up and eventually things get either very dirty or, in the worst case, they actually short circuit your car. So let me show you a solution to that, and all you need for that is basically a bottle. When you open up the hood of your car, you see on the right hand side this compartment, which is essentially the battery cover, but also behind there is the air intake for the internal heating of the car. So this is why it's open. A lot of people are putting a mosquito net on here to keep, big leaves and stuff from dropping in there, but still water will go through. And when it's raining, you're driving in the rain, or just because the car is standing outside, the rain gets in here and then drizzles down here, eventually held up by all the plastic sides, and goes in there. Now the problem is the water going in there, this nozzle isn't really connected to the drainage in there, which you see here. It's a little black thing. Oops, sorry. Right. So what we really want to do is we want to prevent that the water is flowing from here and then just splashing down there. As you can see in my SLK, the bottom of the battery area is quite dirty. And I've heard about people that this gets actually filled up pretty bad. That's not a good idea with electricity, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to disassemble this in a very quick way. It's not really disassembling. We'll take out that little valve and then we connect that with this nozzle for a very cheap and easy price. Right. Taking out this nozzle is actually quite easy. All you need to do is reach down there and disconnect the one pipe that's going in there already, which is very simply said, the overflow from your battery. As you can see, you should have that. If you don't have that, all right, there you go. And then just take it out. I've taken out mine before, that's why it goes easier, but it's kind of clipped in there and you can just pull it out. Now the problem most times is that this bottom bit here gets clogged. So this is a good time to, first of all, clean it. If you have already standing water in there, that's when it all splashes down. And also use whatever you use to keep the rubber parts of your car clean and shiny. You should do this on this one as well. So I've taken out this little nozzle and I've taken out the hood. Now in real life in the car it looks like this. The water is dripping down here and then tries at some point to reach this. I've shown you how dirty that can be. So you want to avoid that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut up a bottle. And then it's quite easy. It's actually brilliant, so easy it is. We're going to put that bottle in here. And then what really happens is this. The water will splash in here. It also, by the way, gives you visibility if anything is clogged in there. Goes into the bottom and just drains out as it should be. It's that easy. All you need is a bottle. Now the bottle is quite a little bit of work. So what you take is a regular bottle, you drink it empty. It can be any kind of plastic bottle. Yes, it needs to be a plastic bottle. Glass is not a good idea. So you take the plastic bottle, empty it, and then what you do is you take the top off, of course, and you use something like this or a knife to smoothen it. You want to get rid of the part where you screw the top on. So you really want to smoothen it. I hope you can see that. I did a bit rough here. But you still want to keep this bit because this kind of stops the thing from going, the bottle from going into fast. Now if you have done this, what you put is you put a bit of grease on this part and then just flip it together. So when you have oiled it, all you need to do is put it together and it goes quite smoothly. So just press and turn a bit, and as you can see, the nozzle is stopped. So this is now complete. Now we're going to put this back into the car, reconnect the little pipe from the little hose pipe from the battery, and that's pretty much it. I should maybe mention that sometimes the negative battery cable is a bit in the way, so usually it's probably like this. So if you loosen that screw a bit and just move it to the side and then tighten the screw again, that will help. Right, I've put it back in. I'm not going to clean it right now because it looks like it's going to rain soon, so I need to get this done. But as you can tell, it's back in, and now all you do is put in the bottle. Right, there you go. I squeezed it in. It doesn't matter if the bottle gets creased a bit. I mean, it's a plastic bottle. They're kind of built for that, aren't they? So there you go. By the way, the bottle needs to be 21 centimeters from the bottom to the top. So you cut off basically the bottom part of the bottle. So the remaining part is 21 centimeters long. And there we go. If you put this thing on back again, so the battery cover, you hopefully can see that the nozzle goes easily into the bottle, and then with the right kind of light, you know, flashlight or your mobile phone light, you can actually always see if there's water stuck in there. And that's the whole thing. Assemble it all together, and there you go. Your car is now safe against water in your battery compartment. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you want to keep this clean without disassembling it because maybe some leaves or whatever gets stuck in here, all you really need is a tape measure. The one that you actually use to cut the bottle, for example, to 21 centimeters is fine. All you do, because it's, you know, just the perfect size, is you just fiddle it in there and then, you know, move it forth and back a bit. That will clean it out. Alright, to summarize, all we really need is a bottle. Any bottle that's not too big, empty. A tape measure and a pen to measure 21 centimeters from the top of the bottle to the end. You cut the rest off, that one goes. For cutting, scissors, knife, whatever works best for you. Then you take off the screw part of the top using this, and maybe making it a bit smoother with a smaller one. And then you disassemble on the car the battery compartment top. And you might want to use a little wrench with an 11 nut to change the direction of the negative power cable from the battery over to the mass of the car. Just move it out of the way. Then you need a bit of oil. Can be any kind of grease, any kind of oil. You just smear this in, and all you do then is you have the cut-off bottle, you tuck it in, and then you put the lid on back in. That's it. So that's probably the price of what? 20 cents, 20 pence, something around that. It's quite easy and it doesn't take you long. It'll actually take you quicker than watching this entire video. Alright guys, drive safe. Thank you very much. Any questions in the comment sections?